Hi, I know you are always waiting for the new story, so the wait is over. Viewers, we are here with another episode of horrific stories that drag you deep into the world of fear. We know you'd love daily uploads, but uncovering real horror stories takes time, and that's exactly what makes our content special. Our mission is to share only true experiences, and we need your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, send us your own real stories. The one with the most likes and views will win a special giveaway. Alright, Jenna, let's not waste any more time. The viewers are eager and curious, so let's dive straight into today's story.
This story was shared with me by Elder Granados. He said, "These are not just words. These are scars carved into his family's life. We were a happy family," he told me. "My sister-in-law was the heart of our home. A kind woman, always smiling, always caring. The children adored her. My brother was proud to have her as his wife. Laughter filled our house every night. Life was perfect. But then, he said, perfection broke. It started with whispers. A chill in the air, a shadow passing behind her whenever she turned. At first, she brushed it aside, but soon, it became darker. She would wake up screaming at night. He whispered, claiming to see faces in the dark. Sometimes, she said those faces smiled at her. Sometimes, they crawled closer. And then, I noticed something else. When she looked in the mirror, her reflection didn't move with her. It would smile, even when she didn't. The happy woman they once knew began to change. She lashed out at her children. She attacked her husband with unnatural strength. And when no one else was around, she clawed at her own skin. Her body covered with cuts and bruises, as if invisible hands were tearing her apart. Her hunger changed too. It started with small things. Refusing cooked food, pushing away the dishes her husband lovingly placed before her. She claimed everything smelled rotten, even though the rest of the family ate from the same pot. Days passed, and her eyes began to sink deeper, as if her body was starving. Yet something inside her was being fed. Then, one night, the truth revealed itself. Her husband woke to the sound of faint dripping. A sticky, wet sound echoed from the kitchen. Curious and half asleep, he stepped forward, but froze as he saw her silhouette under the flickering light. She stood barefoot, her hair loose, body trembling, and in her hands, pieces of raw, bleeding meat. She was chewing it, slowly, like an animal. The red liquid smeared across her lips, staining her clothes, dripping onto the tiles. Her hands shook, but her eyes were strangely calm, locked on something invisible in the corner of the room. And then came the whisper. Not her voice, not her tone. A low, rasping breath escaped her mouth as she muttered, "This isn't for me. This is for him." The words sent a chill racing down her husband's spine. He stepped back, but the floor creaked. She turned her head, too fast, unnaturally fast. Her eyes glinting with something inhuman. For a second, her face twisted into a smile that wasn't hers. The house fell silent. No clock ticked. No wind blew. The family grew terrified. They tried to take her to another city. The car windows were tinted, sealed tight. From the inside, there was no way to see the outside world. She sat quietly at first, staring at nothing, her lips trembling as though she wanted to speak, but couldn't. Then, suddenly, A grin spread across her face. A grin so wide it looked unnatural. Slowly, she began to speak. "We're passing the old market now?" she whispered. "2 streets ahead, there's a red house with broken windows. Turn left. There's the big graveyard wall." Her brother-in-law froze. He knew she had never been to this part of the city. And inside that sealed car, there was no way she could know these streets, those houses, those corners. Elder Granados told me later, with a shaken voice, it wasn't her speaking. It was something else. Something that saw through her eyes. Or worse, something that was already waiting for us outside that car. Just imagine being trapped in that car with someone you love. And suddenly, they start describing places they cannot see. Places they have never even visited. Would you believe them? Or would you realize, too late, that something else is riding along with you, whispering through their mouth? But the most horrifying moment came one night at home. "I woke up," he said, "to the sound of my nephew gasping for air. When I ran to his room, I saw her, my sister-in-law, smiling as her hands tightened around her own child's throat. I tried to stop her, but her strength, it wasn't human. Her nails ripped into my arm, tearing skin. She didn't even flinch. Only when the child screamed did she let go. And then she laughed. A laugh I will never forget. A laugh that wasn't hers. From that night, no one slept. Every door was locked. Every blade hidden. But still, her laughter echoed through the hallways at night, even when she wasn't there. And then he told me something that froze my blood. Later, when she seemed calm, she leaned close to me. Her voice wasn't hers anymore. And she whispered, "Do you know what it said before it left? It said, 'This is not the end.' It said, 'I will return.'" His voice trembled when he told me the final words. Even now, I feel it. When I walk alone at night, I sense it following me. A breath at the back of my neck. A shadow moving just behind me. And sometimes, I hear it whisper, "I never left. I'm already inside you." And before he ended his message to me, he added one last thing. He said, "This isn't over. That shadow, it's still haunting us. It's moving towards my nephews now, attacking them in their sleep. And we are reaching out to different scholars, different spiritual healers, trying anything to break free from this curse. I will update you if we survive long enough to tell the rest. So stay tuned for the future updates. Ify will share. To be continued."
Wow, Elder Granados told us incredibly creepy and truly devastating story. I could feel the tension with every detail. Honestly, I'm personally very eager to know what really happened to that lady, her children's. It's been haunting my mind since the start of the story. Thank you so much for listening. Stay with us by subscribing to more horrific stories and mysterious life events.